Hello everybody, and I hope you can welcome yourselves back to another great week of H4 racing. Last week we had Monaco and Azerbaijan, which had plenty of thrills and spills for a lot of the drivers. Name changer taking the win at Monaco, and I believe F4L_shape taking the win at Baku. Hopefully the likes of the Renault boys can finally get a good result. Pelly has not had any luck this season when it comes to results. He currently isn't even here, so that would be a start to at least get a few points on the board. Chris has looked good at times, but thrown it away due to silly mistakes or over eagerness. The two Alfa Romeo boys will be looking to continue their very strong start to the season. Pedro will probably want to retire again. Jensen will want to finally get a proper good result on the board. A bit of unluckiness tied with a bit of maybe experimenting different stuff has led to him being a bit further away from the top than he wanted. Brock has missed a few races, and I'm sure he'll be very much eager to get back in a title fight with Name Changer. Boastman will hopefully qualify in the top 10. Officer Mr. Poopy is thankfully still alive. As we all know, he turned the great old age of, I believe, 84 last week. So he is very much on his deathbed. And we thank him for being able to race from us in the hospital. So, none of the Alfa Romeo boys here. I will just send a couple of spare invites just in case. So, we are waiting for just a couple of drivers, and then we will get well and truly underway. So yeah, a good few surprising people. I hope Mikey, I really hope he gets a good result tonight. He deserves it so much. Probably been the driver of the season if he had gotten the results he was almost promised. He's had some absolutely stunning qualifying performances and even better race performances, but getting disqualified at Monaco, I believe, and just don't know what happened at Baku. I believe he got a bit of contact that led to a spin of sorts. We have well and truly commentator cursed him once or twice this season, and hopefully that does not continue, so for his sake and for mine. Up to 16 drivers, so a great turnout yet again from the boys. I will just quickly grab the standings just to fill you in. So, the standings at the moment are currently looking. Name Changer is leading the way on 208 points, and he has a 59 point gap to Glock, who is here tonight. So good to see Glock back, ready to go. Great to see him back, actually. Jensen is in third, so Jensen still very high up on 134 points, and Boastman is 1 point behind Jensen, so those two are looking. They have to be tongue in mouth going for the kill. Vapor is on 122 points, so he's only 11 points off Boastman. The two McLarens are in P6 and 7 on 84 and 81 points. Brock is leading the way in that fight. SPW is not too far behind on 77. And then we have a very, very compact and tight midfield. We have Mikey on 69, Pelly on 66, Skarma tied on 66, Chris is on 55, and then Adam, Officer Doofy, is on 55 as well. So two people tied. Pedro is on 48 with a 10-point gap to his teammate on 38. F4 Shape is on 30 and is tied with Ronnie Boy, who's also on 30. K-Zizzle is on 26. We then have Surge on 18. SFR Sonic Hawk on 11. Then we have Senna Martins on 10. Riceman on 10. And Chris White on 10. Jalmi on 9. And The Bear on 7. So, a very, 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 very tight standings all around. Good evening, Mr. Steve, from the other side of the border. Hopefully you can have a decent race. You haven't had the worst of seasons, but your points don't really, I think, affect or show how quick you have probably been this season. I think 2 drivers of the days, so very, very decent performance by you. Yes, Steve, the occupied 6 counties, as you correct me. Adam, I cannot confirm nor deny these allegations. I'm gonna get my lawyer in touch with you and he will answer that question for you. Good to see though, Adam, that you can still type. Your fingers are still working. Well, Pedro, sadly, that cannot be happening. I hope you just finish the race. That's all I could hope for you. Good evening, Mitch.
Good evening, Mike.
How are you on this?
Yeah, no, good and you, Mike?
I am good, I'm ready for an action-packed Canadian Grand Prix.
That's awesome. Yeah. Good evening, viewers. Hope you are guys doing well.
I'd agree, Adam. But maybe not on comms. Maybe he should just be like the guy that puts the tires on the car when they're on the grid. Not a pit stop,
What?
but putting the tires on the car before the race.
Adam! I want to catch
there's a bit of a...
later.
Oh, it's raining! We finally got our
it's
rain! Yes! Ah, finally. So, everyone will be on intermediates.
Okay.
As Glock has said that he hates this track because he is on the pad. So, maybe a wheel track, Mitch, but I'm sure Glock will be very quick in the rain.
Yeah, no, I think he will.
I think it will be a very interesting qualifying session. Because obviously we don't know, Mitch, if it's going to be dry. You get a free choice of tires, but you could have a situation where, I don't know, there'll be a lot of different tires, I believe. So, Jensen obviously going to be... Ooh, Adam and Jensen in the same team. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. That kind of bit of sick in my mouth. Just joking. So,
Yeah,
who is the first car onto the track? It is Vapor.
I think Mr. Jensen.
Surely Vapor
from,
should...
the Ferrari.
Surely Vapor
Ferrari
should
boys.
be really quick, seeing as he is Vapor. He is literally embodies water.
Yeah, no. True, eh?
Yeah, so... any predictions, Mitch?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Glock will be up there. I think Chris, if I'm not mistaken, likes this track. So Glock, Brock, and Chris. Postman, yeah. I think name changer. Vapor, Jensen. Maybe also a Mr. Adam. To be honest, a couple of seasons ago he put it on pole, if I'm not mistaken.
He did indeed.
So, yeah, Adam, if you're watching, this is a shout out, bro. But yeah, anyway, and yourself, predictions, Mike?
I really don't know, Mitch. I think this could go either way. I think there's about 10 guys on this field that will all be looking to... as Jalmi shoots out of the pits in front of Vapor, not in his way, but can always be off-putting when you see someone just come from Narnia, especially in the wet.
Yeah.
So, Vapor is gonna be the first man to set a lap. He set a 22.8. Sorry, apologies. In the first sector, I don't really know from memory if that is quick or not. I will jump on board with, I believe, Jensen and see what he does.
Yeah, Jensen.
22.9. So Vapor is up by a tenth.
Okay.
Okay. Just to all the viewers of the stream, please do like, subscribe the stream, just so that it definitely does help us. It will go a long way to providing you better content in the future.
Yeah.
And make sure to turn on that bell to get notifications every Friday, Saturday, and Monday when the channel goes live.
Yeah, no, true.
So,
and also remember, if you don't mind, if you friends like watching sim racing, this is the best
definitely
place to
share
be.
it.
So hit
Definitely.
that share button.
A 119.0 Mitch is the first time on the board, so we'll see now.
Okay.
I think we're gonna see not a lot of kind of invalidations, but a lot of interesting interpretations on how you want to take that final chicane. So as you can see, Jensen is going for another lap. So a lot of the guys as well, Mitch, will fuel up the car quite heavily and then just do 4 or 5 laps at the start of the session. We do already have 5 minutes gone in the sessions, so you have to be very quick. Jensen's 4 tenths up now, so this is where you'll start seeing the... Oh my god, Boastman has gone a 1:08.7 on his first attempt. He has Brock in front, so Boastman may be stealing a bit of slipstream, which will be... it'll be a very crucial aspect of today's qualifying, that slipstream. If you can nab it off someone,
it can be...
Boastman's 3 tenths up, Mitch, so I'm gonna ride on board with Jensen, just see if he's gonna improve. I'm just keeping an eye on my track map as well. Just after this lap, I will jump on board with the Williams of Glock just to make sure. Yeah, Jensen looked a lot more confident through there this time around, through the last chicane. The wall of champions, and Jensen goes pole, beating a 118.7 on the dot, Mitch. So that's impressive.
Yeah, it is, hey?
So Glock has invalidated his lap. We'll jump back up to Boastman. Let's see how committed is he through to the walls. Okay, not great. It didn't look that quick, but maybe he's gained some time on the previous lap. He does. He goes a tenth quicker than Jensen. So you're already kind of seeing, Mitch, that guys are going to and fro. They're going to be throwing punches, dodging them, hitting an uppercut, dodging it, hitting one back, dodging it. Just, there's going to be a lot of changes, I feel, all throughout the grid.
Yeah.
As we're going to go on board with Glock, who is set a 22.6, so
okay, so
I believe that's quick.
Let's see how Glock does. I don't know if he goes good around this track.
I think going off his comment, he maybe doesn't like it that much. Something
yeah,
to
because
comment
of
on,
that,
Mitch. I
of
think
course.
it's dried up quite a bit since the start of the
Yeah.
session. It does look visibly that there is maybe a bit more of a dry line, and it looks like the rain isn't maybe coming down as heavy as it was. So maybe at the end of the session we're gonna see, we could see the likes of Skarma on pole if they can brave it out and get the conditions right and just land a soft lap. And there we go.
Yikes.
Glock says I
Well
will
done,
take
Glock.
that P1. I think for today, Mitch, I'm going to say let's put all our luck into Glock. He hasn't really had the best of weekends
Yeah, no,
last
he
week.
hasn't, though,
You know,
eh?
we've well and truly cursed him.
Sorry, Glock.
So right on board with Chris, a 148.0. Chris
see,
is very much struggling for traction.
Shame.
So hopefully he can get a good lap. As he goes into the pits, thank you for very much disappointing us. Yeah, so Mitch, there's going to be a lot of people maybe out of position in one or two places of the pack. If I look straight away, I can see Brock and Matoman. You know, that could be a great fight. Officer Doofy goes 9th with a 120.3.
Okay.
So, if you ride on board with Officer Doofy, Mitch, just quickly, you can see it's very much stopped raining, I think.
Yeah, I think so, though, eh? It's just... maybe in the next...
2 minutes, I'd say, we'll see
2 minutes?
the rain maybe stop, and then I'd say it'll be a lot closer to the end of the session before we see the likes of the 107, the 108 that we're maybe used to in qualifying.
Yeah, let's...
Another thing
let's
is,
hope.
Mitch, what tyre would you go for in the changing conditions? A lot of people will opt for the soft, but you could maybe, if you get your lap right on the medium, you could benefit quite a lot from it. Yeah, but definitely the weather is definitely drying a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Some guys going back out on their intermediates, maybe kind of fearing that the conditions will maybe change and just not be enough to improve at the end of the session. That might be someone's thought. I don't really know, because personally I don't know what I would do here.
Yeah, no, true.
Another person we really hope and pray does good today is Pelly. I think we're both on that side of the boat. That yellow submarine, we really hope it gets to the finish and in a good position, as he's given us a wee wave. Maybe he's listening. If you are,
thank you.
or hello Pelly.
Yes.
As I think he's gonna open his lap now.
Okay, so are we gonna ride on board?
Yeah, we can ride on board with him.
Okay, cool.
Wow, look how dry it is down that start finish. You can see as the kind of track maybe evolves, you're gonna struggle a lot more for traction and turning, but you'll be able to brake that much later that you kind of counteract, and you're gonna see a lot of guys maybe lose a lot of time, but some driving styles will very much enjoy it a lot more, as Vapor goes P1 with a 118.3. So a 118.3 and a 118.7. Oh, Vapor's out! Vapor's crashed out on his in lap as Boastman goes P2. I've never seen anything like it, Mitch.
I can't see his car.
He crashed.
Oh, wow. Okay,
Do you see it?
I see it. Like
It's in such an awkward place to crash. So Jensen, just a quick little, sorry to butt in, is down on his time. So maybe those two guys have very much benefited from the track maybe drying up, and they've got that final lapping, because it definitely looks dry now. The rain has stopped. There's definitely no more rain. It's just in the last 6 minutes. Do we see people getting on that dry tire. Because if they do,
Yeah.
Vapor is really lost out, and he could be starting very much at the back.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, definitely.
The likes of Chris, though, really, oh, as Chris almost goes into the wall, they really need to get a back to the pits, a set of softs, and they need to time it perfectly. There's no, is Chris, I think, maybe has a bit of wing damage, maybe? No, he doesn't, he's just really struggling with the conditions. So Mitch, I'm looking at the track and I'm seeing dry tires. I think it's only possible. As I'm just gonna get on the fitted tire section. So Madman and Ronnie Boy, the first two to select. As the name changer goes pole, how did we miss that, Mitch? He is somehow
He just went across the line, I think now.
Wow. He's braced these elements and really said, well, this is my pole position. Oh, sector 3 yellow flag. I don't know what happened there. But Madman is the first man out. Madman onto the soft. You can see he's maybe not fully confident. You can see the braking zone is just... do you see when he goes into the braking zone, he slides rather than brake?
Yes.
I think that's going to be something we're going to see maybe a lot of for the next few laps. If Madman's smart here, he maybe has a lap of fuel in, gets this lap done, and then comes back out with another set of softs. He's kind of got that time limit, I think. So we'll ride on board with Madman for his lap. Okay. Why not? But Name Changer, very highly impressed with that lap, Mitch. Very, very much. He's somehow gained 5/10 in a worse track.
Yeah, no.
It was a bone... Like, as he crossed the line, Madman came out on the soft.
Yeah.
So Name Changer obviously has quite a bit of pace around here. So you can see, as Madman invalid, so he needs to push back to that pit lane now. Who will be the next man? I think it may be Xiaomi. Xiaomi gonna be the next guy. As we have a bit of action in the chat. Just discussing what is the favourable, I believe, of the two. Do you think this would be more a pad track, Mitch, or a wheel track?
I think maybe wheel, eh?
I think it's a very... I think it's very situational. And this, hear me out. So, I think the wheel, you're going to get a lot more precision through these corners. You know, like the last chicane, for example. You know, there's a lot of the corners you're going to, as we see Xiaomi very much struggling to just spot the braking zone. But in the race, it's all about getting that last corner right. Or the run onto the straight. And if you can get that run onto the straight correct, you can't get past.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So for a brief second here, Mitch, I do believe we will see Xiaomi on pole position.
Okay, no.
And I can't lie, I'd love to see it stay. Just full wet conditions right now. So it's definitely drying up here. Xiaomi very much confident through the last corner. And what is Xiaomi going to do? It's going to be a 1:10.3. So Xiaomi is the quickest driver by 7.5 seconds.
Oh,
so next up is Mikey, I believe, in the Red Bull on the medium tires. And he is 7 seconds up on his lap. He needs to gain about 4 seconds in the 4 seconds in the last sector. Mikey's been a very, very good driver in qualifying this season.
Oh yeah.
As he's going to go a 109 something, 109.8. So we're starting to see those lap times tumble. Who is next to cross the line? It was Adam
McLaren,
to start
Brock.
a lap. McLaren. Brock, nice.
Okay.
He's on an out lap. It
No,
will be
not.
Jensen's on an out lap. Pelly's coming out of the pits. Skarma. Skarma will be the next guy, I believe. No, actually, Boastman. Correct myself. Boastman coming up to the final corner. Lock up, but he's very committed through the final chicane. This is going to be a very low number, Mitch. 1083. Skarma is next. And we have a lot of flicking around to be doing just because of how much action there is. Skarma 109 or 110.3. So Skarma and Mikey opting for that medium tire, as I think Glock is now the next driver to cross the line.
Yeah.
Glock's on the medium. So
Yeah.
Glock... Oh, Glock was just starting a lap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
be on board. I will watch.
Madoman, by the way, did get into the pits and back out. Jensen, no, it will be Adam to cross the line next. Adam, or 1095, a very good lap by Adam there.
Sure, that's really
Next
good.
up is Brock, as we flick again.
Yeah.
Brock P2.
So this is the...
As now we have a whole bunch of cars. We have Chris will be the first of them. The Renault 1089, so it matches Brock. Then we have an Alfa Romeo name changer, didn't improve his time or whatever that was. Maybe he was starting a lap. I am just flicking endless here. Ronnie, oh, Jensen invalidated his lap also.
Oh, shame, man.
So did Ronnie. The Bear maybe. Yes, he does. He went 5 tenths quicker on a 1010.2. And I think a lot... Name changer is going to be probably Glock or 1091. So Chris is in a prime position. I don't really know who's next. SPW is next. And then we'll have a McLaren of Matoman or Pedro. I believe it will be Matoman. As SPW goes P5, Matoman P5 on the medium. Brock did improve his time, I think, by 3 tenths. Pelly, right. Where will Pelly go? I think name changer might be on for pole position. Name changer pole position by almost 5 tenths. Pelly to the line, a 1097 puts him P10. And Jensen is the last car to come across the line, a 105, 106, 107, 108.4, and Jensen takes P3. So Mitch.
Okay,
After that very, very eventful qualifying, whew, I am out of breath. We have name changer from Boastman, from Jensen, from Brock, from Chris on the medium, Glock on the medium, Matoman on the medium tire, SPW on the soft, Officer Doofy on the medium, and we get caught up here.
Yeah, oh, shame. Oh, that was a mouthful. Yeah, all the words. How?
Vapor, I would tend to agree, as Vapor has well and truly fallen to the bottom along with Ronnie Boy. So Vapor, who looked like he had such great pace, is going to be kicking himself now because he has a lot of work to do. Canada, it's a hard track to overtake, but not impossible, Mitch. So I'm just going to quickly go through the order. Name changer from Boastman, Jensen, Brock, Chris, Glock, Matoman, SPW, Officer Doofy, Pedro, Pelly, Mikey, The Bear, Jalmi, Skarma, Vapor, Ronnie is our 17 drivers in order. Hopefully The Bear does know about the 5-minute break. It would be bit of a shame to get a restart after that qualifying, seeing that guys did 2 laps on the tire, some guys did 1. So much after that. Oh,
sure.
I think there's a bit of rain maybe later in the race. Look at the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this is gonna be good.
We have 4 guys in the top 10 on the medium tire. Pelly crucially got put down to P11, so Pelly is gonna get that fresh tire. I'd recommend, if he is listening, probably go for the medium. The hards are not the best tire around here at all. We're gonna see a 2-stop from most drivers, by the way, Mitch. It's the strategy to go for. So a lot of wings could be lost again today. A lot of wings.
Yeah, like the War of Champions.
Yes. Who?
Yeah.
Name changer is leading the way in the championship, I believe. Will he crash? if he crashes, he will win the championship at the end of the year.
Name changer.
Yep, I do believe he is. I went through the standings, Mitch, at the start of the race, and they were very tight. There was like 4 or 5 different guys all throughout the field tied for points.
Wow.
I believe Boastman and Jensen are separated by a singular point. And look where they are, P2 and P3. So that position currently goes to Boastman, P3 in the championship. Glock has a bit of gaining to do on a name changer in the championship, as he has gotten 2 DNFs, I believe, in the past 2 races. So his lead was cut and demolished. So Pelly and Vapor are currently on the hards. Again, would not advise it. So if any, a safety car can definitely happen around here, Mitch, and it's usually, I'd say, if not lap 1 or 2, it will be around lap 5.
Okay.
And then we might get one in the mid of the second stint. Things around here that really put you off are virtual safety cars.
Yeah, they do, eh?
Canada is a track you kind of want to be like a roller coaster. You want to be on the rails at all time and not think about anything. It has to be instinct. You have to be, you know, turning in at the same point every single lap. It's all about consistency, as most races are, but you really need that consistency around here. And if a virtual safety car comes out and you can't get that consistency back, you're sadly going to be suffering massively, especially with the penalties around here. You can't afford to lose it.
Yeah, no, you can, eh? Yeah. I just wanna... Okay, Mark, I will be with you in about 2 minutes.
Yep, I will take a 2-second break as well. I will leave the stream on the tires.
Great, thank you. But the source, Carl?
So, I am back and we are right on time. 27 seconds, 26, 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Adam, I don't think it's possible to compete with a pencil. I think you're maybe just over exaggerating a bit there. I mean, Glock has a fair point. A very fair point. So, we are back for the formation lap. Name changer is going to be crucial to his race, that he maybe gets that great start. Let me get the interval. So, the guys outside top 10, Pelly's going to really struggle on that hard compounded tire, especially looking at the weather conditions. It's quite dark. That tire's not, excuse me, that tire's not going to be up to temperature very quickly at all. Mikey on the medium will definitely be looking to jump Pelly And maybe also Pedro from the start. You know, lap 1 is... Remember, the start around here is the whole lap. You don't have it. Turn 1 really isn't the best place to overtake. The best place is sector 3. You need that good run off the hairpin while guys are squabbling. You can take 2, 3, 4 positions down that straight on lap 1. As I believe we are rejoined by Mitch.
Yes, yes.
So I was saying to the Mitch, turn 1 isn't really the best opportunity to overtake. It truly is all about the kind of run down to the World Champions. Just, if you can get that right on lap 1, you're in for it. As we see, the predicted pit stops is a 2-stop for the entire field except for Pelly and Vapor. So I'm very excited for this. I have a feeling, a gut feeling, turn 1, one of the top 5 are gonna lose their wing. Maybe even top 9. I don't think Pedro will, because he'll go backwards.
Okay.
So, as the name changer gets his position on the grid, we look as Ronnie just pulls into his slot now. A lot of tire offsets in the mid to back pack, which could see a lot of guys kind of getting a false bit of hope into turn 1.
Okay, let me keep an eye on...
No problem, Adam. I will make sure to watch that. So, name changer at 5 red lights. They are out and away we go. So, Jensen looks like he got a decent start. It looks like he's down the inside of Boastman into turn 1, and Jensen's got that move done perfectly. Boastman may be looking to send it back. No, it's not. We have Brock from... Did Glock disconnect? No, he still seems to be there. Oh, and the bear's gone off. The bear's gone off. Oh, Jalmi almost...
Ooh.
I have no clue what's going on. My game is just all over the place.
Pedro... Pedley just hit the wall.
No, he did it. Did he actually?
No.
Pelly. Yeah, no. He's missing an end plate, I believe. No, he's not. No, he's not. Yeah, he's good to go. He's good to go. So Officer Doofy all over the back of SPW, or is SPW just gone past Officer Doofy? So this is what I mean. Look at Chris and Glock and Brock. This is gonna be, could be 3 wide by the end of this straight. As Boasterman, I don't think is gonna set Jensen up for that move. Boasterman, ooh, a lot of dirty air there. As Madman already picks up a penalty, and that is.
Here we go.
Chris down the inside. Oh, Glock, a very, very nice maneuver around the outside there by Glock, and that's brilliant bit of traction as we have a yellow flag, and it's Pedro. You wouldn't expect anything more. Oh, Pedro a bit all over the place, maybe a bit tipsy after the Scotland game. So Jensen keeping within a second of name changer. I think name changer is still in a very good position. He has another lap to pull out 2/10 on Jensen, so that he's outside that DRS. What the guys on the mediums, what we saw throughout, I believe it was Bahrain, as Boastman gets very hot on the brakes of Jensen. You need to, no, it was Chris at the Netherlands, Mitch. Do you remember the kind of like top guys all got DRS? And then it meant that Chris on the medium tire fell back a lot more than he probably wanted at the start. And then, you know, ended up not being able to catch anyone, as Jensen took 3/10 out of name changer. But I would be interested to note, look at the ERS difference, Mitch. 50 odd percent.
Yeah.
Which is huge. Like, that's 2 laps almost worth of ERS advantage. So, a lot of the guys are... Why is my gap on leader? It should be on interval. There we go. Now I can finally spot the battles for our gracious viewers. So it looks like name changer just needs to get out of that DRS. I don't think he will as they go past the detection point as we have a yellow flag, and I think it's Ronnie has lost a bit of front wing. Pedro right on the back of him. So Jensen does indeed get the DRS, but look at the ERS. Still 40-50% difference. Now, this is the problem for Name Changer though. He will now have to push a lot to get that gap to close. Jensen's done what he needs to do. Boastman is falling back. Maybe a bit of... Oh, wow. Brock and Glock very close on the back of Boastman. Does Boastman have a bit of wing damage? No, he does not. Maybe just struggling with tires as Pedro picks up a penalty. So this kind of three-way scrap could become maybe a 4, maybe a 5.
Yeah.
As Adam is right on the back of SPW. I think this fight could go on for the entire race, Mitch, if the two keep clean. As Pedro gets past Ronnie.
Yeah.
So Adam,
that's
please make a move. As Brock is only 2/10 behind Boastman now, so Boastman is definitely struggling. Let's check Jensen and Name Changer. The ERS has kind of stayed the same, 30%. Jensen knows he doesn't have to maybe use his ERS now. As I want to watch Brock on the back of Boastman. I think that's going to be a very simple pass. Yep, easy as you like. Maybe Boastman comes back here though. No, he does not get the DRS on Brock. Brock maybe a bit of chipped front right wing damage as Vapor gets past Jalmi. Let's have a quick look. And Vapor spun. Vapor spun through the wall of champions. I just caught him overtaking Jalmi and he spun. As Ronnie Boy enters the pits. So Adam still on the back of SPW. Brock has now got past Boastman, but will be chasing down Jensen. 2.2 the gap currently. And now, this is the thing. Name Changer could maybe back Jensen up into Brock.
Brock, yeah.
You know, because Name Changer can maybe keep ahead of Jensen on the straight, because Name Changer obviously has the raw pace advantage at the current moment. But you can see just there, Mitch, that is the difference, isn't it? Oh, Glock gets past Boastman and another very clean move. Name Changer is in the pits. Name Changer is in the pits and picked up a 3-second time penalty while doing so. So it is lap 6, Mitch. So the Name Changer going for the 2-stop, committed 2-stop and an undercut. So the undercut's quite strong around here if you avoid it. If you avoid traffic. That is the key point. If you avoid traffic. And it looks like Name Changer will come out beside Skarma. Oh, a bit of argy-bargy, but he does get the move done. His Glock is now on the back of Brock. I would not be surprised if someone maybe like Jensen tries a one-stop from soft to medium.
Yeah, can be done.
Ooh, Glock up the inside of Brock into the hairpin. Doesn't get the move done, but he will probably, more than likely. If I was Brock, I maybe wouldn't fight this. Just, you realize that your tires are going off. He's on the quicker tire. Just let him go through and just go. So no soft runners are matching Name Changer's strategy. Maybe knowing the traffic they're going to have to go through, as the Name Changer has to stick behind Mikey, and he will probably get the move done down into here. Name Changer pulls to the right hand side, gets past him very easy as Vapor picks up a 3-second time penalty. Glock has taken out a bit of time on Jensen. Chris still stuck behind Boastman, which is crucial for Chris's race. He needs to now get a move on, like very much needs to get a move on. Glock has now pulled out about 2 seconds on Chris, and he was only a second up the road this time last lap. So let's kind of get a move on Chris. Is he going to go for the same attempted move? Yes, he will. He'll go down the inside. He knows he'll have the DRS. Boastman locks up. Boastman tries for a wee switch back, but it doesn't pay off. I think that will be Chris done and dusted. Brock now, does he go for the pits? Jensen has stayed out. Brock into the pits as if he has heard us.
Oh,
and same with both. Oh, both drivers took a different kind of attempt into the pits. Will Brock get held up by Boastman? No, he won't. Name changer already lapping these two, so you can see just how effective this two-stop is as he sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. A 1:11.2. I would be quite worried for Jensen at this stage of the Grand Prix. Yes, he'll pit onto fresher tyres, but Name Changer has definitely pulled out 4 or 5 seconds on Jensen. There's no way Jensen has somehow done this. I can't believe it unless Jensen is actually the second coming of Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Senna, all these guys. Oh, Jensen has a bit of a twitch coming out of the hairpin. So Chris has done a very good job this lap, by the way, of closing in Glock. 1.3 seconds. He maybe needs to get that down a bit more as Jensen continues again. So Jensen going longer again, and Name Changer gets past Officer Doofy.
Yeah.
So Name Changer is within 5.8. So about 8 seconds. Name Changer is within 10 seconds of Jensen, and I don't really remember the pit stop. So, bit of an interesting one for you, Mitch. I don't know what's happened, but Brock has lost 5 seconds to Boastman.
5 seconds.
They definitely came in the pits and Brock was ahead, I remember that, but did Brock maybe serve a wing damage? 5 seconds is about that time.
Yeah.
That is maybe an interesting one. Maybe a bit of a spin coming out of the pits or something. We don't know. Chris is all over the back of Glock now, so Chris has a lot of pace. A lot of pace. Jensen stays out again, so this is getting almost a bit foolish from Jensen now. His tyres are going to be well and truly on a cliff edge. They don't look that nice. He's not lapping that quickly. Well, he's lapping at a respectful rate actually, but not compared to Name Changer. Name Changer is tearing through this field, and as much as I want to say Jensen will have the fresher tyres, I don't think it really matters once. It depends what tyres he goes on. So I wonder if Glock has a bit of wing damage. I would like to see his front right end plate. It looks somewhat... It looks okay, but Chris is really flying at this stage of the Grand Prix. His long stage kind of his Glock all up onto the grass, and that's going to allow Chris now just a wee nose. But you'd have to feel Chris needs to get this move done this lap, because he will be the first to attack Jensen then. He won't get it done down into there. Jensen into the pits. So I'm gonna watch Chris and Glock just till the first corner. Chris doesn't go for, and Jensen's on the hards. Jensen committed one stop, and at this stage of the Grand Prix, without a safety car, I think Jensen may have thrown away the win. He has 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, as he just comes out beside Pelly, and a bit of contact between the two. He has about 10 seconds to make up to Name Change. Oh, and Jensen straight away into the wall. So those tyres, as I said, aren't great. Boastman down the inside of Pelly. Around the outside then. Beautiful move by Boastman. So, Chris on the back of Mr. Glock again. Can these two spark a bit of a bromance and use each other to move along?
I hope so.
You can see just how much confident Chris is on the wheel compared to the pad on the brakes, and it looks like a very easy move, but Glock did hold it around the outside last time. He goes for a switch back. This time he doesn't look like he got it. Will he get a better traction run? He does.
Oh, no.
They're still there. They're still there. Glock's still there. Bit of contact and Glock's in the wall. Ay, ay, ay. Glock has a front right wing damage. I don't think that was either driver's fault. I think that was just game mechanics being game mechanics.
Yeah. I must say Codemaster's been a little bit silly.
Yes, I'd agree. I think unlucky for Glock, but
yeah,
very unlucky for him. But the race is not over. That's the crucial thing.
It's not. Glock, keep pushing.
Yep, keep pushing and you will be there. So Jensen is really getting pressured now by Boastman. Straight down the inside by Boastman. Jensen's not going to get the run on those hard tires yet. Boastman easy position. As Brock is making a lot of gains on Boastman now. Brock down the... Oh, look how close he is to the wall there.
Yo.
Brock gets past Pelly and very confidently. Boastman. Who's that into the pits? That is Glock and Matoman. So Glock getting a set of hards on and a new wing. So hopefully Glock can maybe push. So yeah, I think Mitch at this stage of the Grand Prix, Name Changer is going to win this race for me. Unless Chris has something up his sleeve.
Chris always has a lot of
The only thing is, I'd say for Chris is he needs to like do a one stop. If he's doing a one stop, he needs to stretch these mediums to the soft, because he's not going to win the race on the hards, I don't believe, because Name Changer only needs to make one more stop as Chris is into the pit, so he won't be going on the soft. And if he does go on the soft, that will be a two stop and he'll be throwing up 20 seconds.
Please.
Chris on the hard compounded tire, so Chris will not be winning this race. Name Changer looking in what we can only call a very dominant position. 12 seconds in front of his nearest competitor. The next guy that's not pitting again is Jensen, who's 13 seconds behind, and that's almost a pit stop, Mitch. That is, you know, it's easy money. Boastman has to pit again. Brock has to pit again. Oh, Brock into the wall.
Brock.
I don't think he picked up a bit of wing damage. Maybe a little bit of end plate damage. But maybe not yellow. You know that kind of yellowy green, the horrible color.
Okay, that one.
That one. As Madman gets up the inside of SPW, who gets to move back. I think Madman maybe let SPW keep that, knowing that there's the DRS here. Madman down the inside. Nope. Here we go. These two have had some great battles over the course of this season, a bit in OTL. So let's have a look at this. I'm making sure to keep an eye on. I just have to go on board with Brock. He's going to get Jensen maybe around the outside. Beautiful move by Brock. SPW and Madoman. I don't think Madoman will be close enough to send it this lap. No. Maybe a bit of a switchback. Glock gets past Adam. Yeah. Okay, so two good moves there. One by Brock, one by Glock. Wow. That bloody tongue twist. The tongue twister.
Yeah.
So now Name Changer just has to maybe SPW and Madman go side by side yet again. Madman around the outside. Beautiful move by Madman. I can only Applaud that.
No.
Glock gets past Gomez. So Glock's on a rampage here. Glock is wanting that position back. He has about 2.5. He has a bit of a good gap to Chris, actually, now that I look at it. Chris is right on the back of Jensen, though, so Jensen taking a 3-lap older tire to the end compared to Chris. So as I said, I just don't think Jensen made the right strategy call there. Starting on the soft and going for a 1-stop, it doesn't sound right. Do you know what I mean? As SPW's in the pits, and I think it might be for a new front wing. It will be. Yeah. Maybe a bit of contact made with Madoman or behind.
Yeah, no.
So Chris all on the back of Jensen. I hope this will transpire into a beautiful battle. Ooh, Chris, a bit of a shaky rear end there. But
you kept it in control.
Chris is more ERS by about 20%, so he doesn't have to force anything. But you'd also maybe want to be in front of Jensen for the fact of the dirty air. It's not nice. As Chris has left the session, I will make sure to get him an invite right now. Sorry stream, but we have to do this. Chris's game has crashed. Hopefully, he can stay close. Sector 1, I believe that is Ronnie Boy. Ronnie was in the wall. So Chris's car staying 1.3, 1.2. Chris's car is staying on the back of Jensen. Not fully. Okay, well, he's starting to lose a bit of time now. So if you can maybe check for me, Mitch, if Chris is loading back into the game, just so that we can have an approximate kind of...
Let's just see first. Okay, using the main menu.
Okay, so he is coming back.
Yes.
Chris losing about 2-3 tenths a lap. If he gets back in, he won't have lost much. Is he in?
Yeah, he's in the lobby. Just needs to take control.
No problem. So he's probably... Oh, I want to maybe watch Chris just for a second. I'm sorry for any other battles. It doesn't look like there are. But I kind of want to see where this throws back Chris. Like, where will he be? When does Chris get back in this car? There he is. He is back.
Yeah, bit of a frame drop there.
Yeah. He lost about a second there just in that braking zone alone. But hopefully, the only thing now for Chris is he looked very quick. Will his rhythm be disturbed? I mentioned it earlier, Mitch, with the virtual safety car. Chris has kind of had a virtual safety car and no one else has.
Yeah.
So this race is going to be very interesting. Another thing I want to maybe... Madoman on Pelly. Good job, Mitch. You called that.
Yeah.
And
no problem.
We do have Glock on the back of Pelly now.
Okay.
Chris has took 7 tenths out of Jensen this lap. So watch out. There is a Raging Scotsman on the loose.
Yeah. And he's in a red, in a yellow...
A red car. As Glock gets past Pelly. Pelly 17 laps on those tires, very respectful. So I get the feeling that Name Changer, Boastman, Brock are going for the soft tires after this stint.
Yeah.
Another thing I kind of get the feeling is someone like Boastman, right? If he is to pit, he'll come out. Oh, Glock gets past Mattelman.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, if Boastman pits, let's say in the next 2 laps and the gap stayed roughly about the same and he is 4 seconds to Jensen, you're looking at about 10 laps, let's say, of Boastman charging down on a soft tyre, on a hard tyre that's not really that good, not really gonna be much of an
name changer pits.
name changer in the pits. I'm gonna guess he's gonna go for another set of mediums here.
Yeah, he should.
He should. He shouldn't try anything stupid. He's... Oh!
Oh!
5 seconds, stop, go!
5 seconds? Yeah, not 3 seconds.
Okay, so... Mitch, that's interesting. That's thrown maybe 1 or 2 of these guys back into the mix. He should be able to get past Jensen and Chris, but if, let's say, they don't have penalties and Name Changer does, we're looking at maybe Name Changer could be in a spot of bother.
Yeah.
As, by the way, Chris has had some outstanding pace this race. He's already on the back of Jensen.
Yeah, man. I think he just likes the circuit.
Yeah,
and
it suits his driving style quite a lot.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at Jensen's front wing. I have a sneaky suspicion Jensen may have a bit of wing damage, and it doesn't look like it's gonna be true. It is not true, but Chris surely has to get past Jensen now. His pace is too good. He has a Name Changer right behind him, as it looks like. I don't think Jensen is gonna fight that. Yep. Easy as you like for Chris.
Wise choice.
Very wise choice, and I'd agree, Mitch. So Boastman and Brock seem to be very much tied for pace. Brock was a weird 5 seconds away from Boastman at a certain stage. Let me check their lap times quickly just to check. 1:34.8, 1:29.4. So yeah, it was 5 seconds. Brock did lose.
Sure.
As Chris has already broken the DRS off Jensen. As Jensen maybe gains a bit more. And look, Name Changer has taken so much time out of both of these guys in one lap.
That's amazing.
Name Changer doesn't have to send it here. He'll get an absolute run off this. Watch this, Mitch. Look at the traction difference. Wow.
Yeah.
And he pulls to the left hand side, opens the DRS, activates the overtake. I don't think Jensen should fight this. No, he doesn't. He's wise to that.
I don't think so.
Jensen being very wise this Grand Prix, knowing what battles he needs to fight.
Yeah, and that's how...
So,
Wow.
Chris is gaining on Brock and Boastman. As the Name Changer sets yet again the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. So... where does this go from here? I don't know. Madman all over the back of Glock still. So that's a promising sign if you're a Madman supporter.
Yeah. Ooh, Chris! Sorry for my language, guys. Chris
What
lost
happened?
I think he just lost control of the car.
Okay.
I don't know if his wheel wasn't connecting properly, or just had a bit of oversteer, snapped off oversteer. If I'm
I'd
not
say
mistaken.
it's more than likely a snap of oversteer, and Chris has a bit of wing damage now.
I don't know.
If I'm Chris, I don't really know what I would want to do. I don't know if it's worth pitting at this stage. It is worth pitting, but
Well,
I think you need a pit now.
Damage, eh?
Yeah, he does. He pits now. Brock is going for the undercut on Boastman. Brock is also going for a medium set of tires. So Boastman, as Brock very nicely gets in front of Chris. Boastman could be the only guy out of these top 7 that's on the soft and could severely benefit from that.
Yeah.
So how does this go now? Brock is about 10 seconds or so behind Jensen, so it'll be interesting. In 12 laps, can he should be able to close that gap, definitely, as Jensen picks up a penalty. Look at this, Mitch. Name Changer has taken that extra pit stop and is already on the back of Boastman.
Yeah, hectic, eh?
I think
really.
we will put our Brock Glock agenda in the bin, and we will start going and cursing name changer. So,
Yes,
oh
JJ.
my god, Mitch.
Yeah.
Have you seen what happened?
I know with the tires. Is it with the tires?
Yeah. Chris is
Yeah, I
on
was about to
13
say.
laps medium, so they've put him on
Yikes.
old tires.
Codemasters, please fix this, man. Yes. He probably has life in those tires. He's probably just committing that to it, eh? I don't know for now.
He probably was forced onto them, maybe. But I'd say a fresh set of softs from here gets you to the end.
Yes.
Especially if you're of the skill of Chris and able to hold your tires. That's annoying for Chris. So Brock is gaining and gaining on these guys in front. Name Changer is going to go for a move on Boastman. Though, Name Changer's teammate has messed him up here and given Boastman a bit of DRS, and Boastman is in the pits. No, Boastman, show us the red striped tire.
Yes,
I think I can see a red striped tire in the hand of those mechanics, and it is. Boastman onto the soft. Brock, I'm going to ride on board with him just to see how much did he gain on Boastman. He's not setting personal best, and oh! Wait, what?
Pardon?
Boastman lost a bit of front wing coming out of the pits, but did not make contact with Brock.
Strange.
Let me just have a quick look at the incidents quickly. It says cross the white line.
The white line.
But no contact made. I'm very confused.
Strange, eh?
I am very, very confused on what has just happened as Madoman peels into the pits. So Boastman has really suffered for nothing. He's pit again, and you know, you gotta feel sorry for him. He's just randomly lost a bit of front wing, it looks like. Maybe coming out of the pits? I don't know.
Chris is in the pits.
Chris is also in the pits, and Chris is retired.
Unlucky there, Chris.
It's unlucky for Chris. Maybe if he is able to talk to us in the chat and just let us know what has happened. So Jensen, as I said, probably not going to win this race, and it's looking that way, but he is very much on for a very strong P2.
Yeah, no, he is.
Oh, Chris has said that his pedals were not working.
Oh.
So it was more an act of leadership by Chris. I'm sure maybe he gets 1 or 2 compensation points there, Mitch.
Yeah.
He was running very well before the disconnect. Comes back in, had a like 5 to 8 lap stint there on that hard tire where he was quick. Then unluckily lost a bit of wing, pitted onto mediums that were like 14 laps old somehow, and then obviously, as he says, no response in the pedals. Very unlucky for him. So I think, I'm not gonna lie, other than Boastman, I think Mikey's going for a move. Mikey gets the move done. I think we're gonna be pretty plain sailing from here, Mitch.
Okay.
Brock isn't catching Glock at an alarming rate at all. Actually, he's losing time to Glock. Glock's... Jensen's in the pits. Jensen is in the pit. Why has Jensen pit? Why? He's lost a bit of wing. It doesn't look major. So he did have that wing damage, I thought he had. But he's just given up a podium. A P2, in fact. Yeah. For nothing. He's not going to catch Brock. He's not going to catch Glock. So unless Jensen knows something for penalties, and he's now come out behind Madoman, who's on 2-lap old softs, but he's going to be fighting for this position, Mitch. This is P4.
Yeah.
Madoman is in P4 on a 2-stop strategy.
Really good.
Maybe Jensen was listening and he heard that we were saying it was a bit of a bore fest, but he's 14 seconds behind Brock, so Brock can afford to get 5 penalties before Jensen gets that position. 5 penalties, and Brock is not the guy to get 1 penalty. So we're gonna have to maybe find out why Jensen is pit. That's a bit of a weird one. He was pretty much handed a free P2, I would have felt. Chris, the Glock incident, it looked very just. Codemasters, his front tire hits your side pod, automatic spin kind of thing. Madoman looks pretty defenseless to this Jensen attack. So Jensen, a weird pit stop. Maybe he knows something we don't. Boastman up.
Yeah, not sure.
Inside, around the outside actually of Pelly. Good move by him. Then we have Pedro and Vapor. Wow, wouldn't have thought I would have been saying these two names in the same category as Vapor just very easily. Waltzes past Mr. Second Last. Jalmi and Skama having a bit of a ding-dong battle. So, interesting. Brock has gained about a second on Glock as well, so Glock maybe not in the position you would have thought. I think after that spin with Chris, which I don't think really was either driver's fault, Glock in P2, I think he would take it, especially after last week. I don't think anyone really had the raw pace to battle Name Changer.
Yeah.
So I think Glock should very much take best of the rest. I know I would.
Yeah.
So Mitch, it's becoming that time of the day.
Yes.
Who would be your driver of the day?
I just study. Sorry guys, just
yeah, I'm just checking the position changes as well. So the game will be giving it to either Pelly or Glock at the moment. And I'm not gonna lie, if Jensen had kept that P2, I probably would have said Jensen for driver of the day. But he's just lost 2 positions for nothing really. Unless he has penalties that we don't know of, but we're gonna check the penalties, Mitch. We're gonna do something different today. Glock has 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 seconds for Glock. Brock does not have any. He has a single warning. Jensen, 1, 2, 1 penalty and 4, 5, 6 warnings. So Jensen's 1 warning away from another penalty. So Jensen needs to get within 9 seconds of Glock. He's in 12 at the moment with 4 laps to go. So Jensen still has an eye on that podium.
Yeah,
we should not write him off too much.
Yeah.
I think, I'm not gonna lie, Mitch. For me personally, if he holds on to P5, Madoman has to be the driver of the day.
Yeah, I think so.
We could be boring and give it to name changer, but I don't think, you know, it's hard to give it to the guy that's just won and just waltzed away. It's very hard to do that. Especially when Madoman has done a 2-stop, gotten up to P5, so 2 positions gained, but even if he was... I think P6 is just a little less, you know... Oh, well, P5 is great, but P6 doesn't sound as good. I think a huge... Oh, SPW on Mikey. A huge shout out to Pelly. I think he's not had great pace, I think, through the race, but he's had a very, very solid race, especially for his season he has had.
Yes.
He's done everything he needs to do today.
Yeah, that's true.
So Jensen within 11 seconds of Glock now.
Okay.
I think this will be decided on whoever gets the next penalty, and it is Glock. So Jensen will be probably getting that P3 position unless his tires fall off a cliff.
Yeah.
Do you have any suggestions maybe for driver of the day? Maybe the likes of maybe even Mikey, Jalmi, Skama. Don't think Vapor.
Metaman.
Yeah, I think Madoman has to be that guy. And it looks like he will be holding on to that P5 still.
Okay, that's awesome.
Great stuff by Madoman. So Jensen and Mikey back on SPW. This battle's been going on for a few laps. SPW picks up a penalty as SPW is now coming back at him. Very close racing. Very late braking by Mikey. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. Ooh, SPW, good catch. Glock's tires are really starting to fade away on this last kind of 2 laps.
Yeah.
So I think Jensen will be getting P3, Brock P2. Name changer, I didn't check his penalties, but we'll see. Surely he doesn't have that much. He hasn't really needed to push that much throughout the race. So SPW, will he go for a move on the Red Bull driver of Mikey? These two have probably been the most impressive drivers of this season.
Yeah.
SPW more so in the race than Mikey, and Mikey more so in the qualifying. As they go side by side, no, SPW thinks better, but look at the run he's going to get now. He should get a very decent run here. He kind of forced Mikey to go a bit deep as he goes, fakes to the right, goes to the left, a bit of contact.
Space, guys.
Good move by SPW, left just about enough space as Mikey now comes back on him.
Marcus, the SPW
Oh, it's Chris versus Glock P 2.0, but this time no contact made, and SPW touches the grass, and I think Mikey will be coming back at him now. These two need to be careful. I believe that is name changer right behind them. It is indeed name changer right behind them. They need to make sure they don't get lapped so that they can continue this battle. Postman, another penalty. Jensen is well and truly within Glock's penalty range. So these two are going to go side by side again for another lap, I think. SPW's got an absolutely great run here. So SPW gonna lead his way in that P9 position from Mikey on to the last lap of the Grand Prix. Mikey picks up the penalty. I'm going to quickly go on to name changer as he wins the Canadian Grand Prix in a dominant fashion. Nothing we have not seen before by this man. Glock is going to come home for, I believe, P4 going off penalties. The Bear, a very nice finish in P13, started P13, ended P13, a great result for him. Glock P3, and will it be a P4? I think it will. Glock P4. So that is unlucky for Glock. Unlucky.
Yeah,
Isn't
unlucky,
it?
but
Oh!
good fight back.
Does Madman have a
Sorry.
puncture? I thought I saw someone with a puncture there. I might be wrong. So, SPW and Mikey. Will Mikey have enough in the tank to get it into the last corner? I don't think he's that close.
Yeah.
Come on. Madman lost out on penalties by... Look at the gap between Madman and Boastman.
Yo, that's so close.
That's heartbreaking.
But
Mikey, no! Mikey! No, Mikey, how have you done this? Pedro leaves the session in shame. So, the Canadian Grand Prix from HOR round 9 of the championship. Driver of the day goes to Skama from the game. I know we finished P6, but by that close of a margin, I think we have to give our driver of the day to Matoman.
Yeah, I think so.
We will be able to talk to Jensen in the interviews yet again. The man of consistency and podiums. Yes. Name changer and Brock don't usually join, so I won't invite them. Can you invite them to the party, Mitch? And I'll talk through.
Yeah, I will invite
Adam, the game didn't screw you. Whatever happened, it was your own fault.
Oh, shame.
So, name changer P1 from Brock. Jensen got P3 and the fastest lap. Glock P4 on a great one-stop strategy after a spin with Chris. Boasterman P5. Matoman P6 and driver of the day. Pelly, a great P7. Hopefully this inspires him for the next race and the races to come. SFR Officer Doofy. Skama, SPW, Mikey, Jalmi, the Bear, Pedro, Vapor, Ronnie, and Chris. So, a great race in time. Wasn't an overly exciting race.
Yes.
But a lot of action at times. A few thrills or spills for drivers yet again. Chris, the haunted Renault car, literally breaking down for him. What can I say? Madman, a great performance today. Was very unlucky not to get P5. Glock will be hurt that he did not get that P3 or P2, whichever. Though he has to be happy with a good few points on the board. Unlike last week, he's already bet his total for last week.
Sure.
So we're just waiting on Jensen. He has not joined the party yet. I don't know what he's doing. Usually he's the first man in.
Yeah. Yeah, but thank you, Mike. Comms went well. Thank you.
Yes, a great race again, Mitch. So I have some intel coming through my brainwaves that tells me that Glock says he will be starting from the P whatever is last for now and forever. So that will be interesting for the next few races. Pelly says it was a very boring race. I tend to agree at times. I believe we have Mr. Jensen in. I cannot see his microphone or else the screen will go blue, so I'll just wait. There he is. Okay. So, Jensen, P3. What could have been a P2 though? What made you stop?
I had wing... Well, when I came out of the pits from the first stop, I got instant wing damage through turn 4. Which was a bit clumsy of me.
Yeah.
Because I reckon I could have possibly kept name changer back a bit more. Possibly could have challenged the win, but yeah, it was a bit of a not sack that when I saw Glock and Brock were catching up to me. And I knew Brock wouldn't have any penalties, so I decided to box for the softs and go for the fastest lap, and try and get back.
Just see what you
gap
could do.
sort of- Yeah, it was definitely a hard one.
I
In
think
the last stint, but
you
yeah.
probably could have held on to P2 if you had stayed out. I think you definitely had good pace, even with your wing damage. But
But,
yeah, at least
Brock
you
had
made the
no
end of the
penalties,
race
so-
exciting. You got out of the pit, you took my advice and got past Madoman when you knew you could, which was a good thing to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, a great race by you yet again. I think this is your podium streak has been pretty decent this season, other than Baku, isn't it?
Yeah, fifth podium, not too bad.
Yeah,
Hopefully next time out, tomorrow, hopefully try and challenge for the win.
Okay, so Jensen for about the 100th time this season has said he will be fighting for the win tomorrow. Hopefully this time that comes to gold for you. Hopefully you do pull off that win.
I'm hoping to, but guys like Chris and Name Changer gonna be rapid around here.
Yeah, and definitely have to watch out for a bit of rain.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're confident for tomorrow. Your season's been great so far. You're kind of getting used to this commentary coming into the box and telling us what you thought of the race. So thank you for that. At least you join, unlike some certain other drivers. But yes, we'll wrap up. Matoman was our driver of the day, Mitch. Skarma got it for the game, I believe.
Yeah.
And we thank everyone for watching the stream, and if anyone subscribed, we thank you also. Thank you for liking the stream, and thank you for turning on post notifications. We will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock for the French Grand Prix, Paul Ricard. So, from me, Mitch, and I guess Jensen, we will see you tomorrow.